A lot of people right now are going through a very unusual yet highly important process. It's not easy, it's challenging, no doubt, but the payoff is absolutely phenomenal. When you start to release your past life trauma, you have the option, the opportunity to merge with your soul here in this incarnation at a level and at a depth that is absolutely unprecedented. Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening or ascension process. And this video is going to share 7 signs that I really think are going to make a lot of sense for you right now, indicating that you are going through this past life trauma release. Sign number 1, big fears coming up that don't make sense. And they oftentimes will pertain to areas of your life that you want to control, like your love life, your finances, your safety, your health. For me, a lot of it revolves around my children. It's so common to have these like deep, like just really powerful emotions, these real powerful, almost concerns that don't really, like they don't really warrant, they're not really stemming from real legitimate reasons. If someone breaks into your house every 3 days, then it's gonna be natural to have a fear that someone's gonna break into your house again. But these fears will be intense like that, but they really, you'll be like, why do I feel this way? Why am I so concerned? Why am I feeling these emotions, this resistance? Okay? It's very common. And the reason you can't place it, the reason it doesn't make sense, is because it's not necessarily coming from this life. I just saw a psychic advisor named Jennifer yesterday, and we were talking about this. She was like, if all the people right now if it was only this lifetime we were healing, it would be easy, it would be fast. People who watch my channel, people who resonate with this content, people who are going through this ascendant process are master healers. Okay? And in this one little lifetime, it's nothing. But that's not what we're doing. Because we're so masterful and because we're living during the time of awakening, we have come here to go through all of our lives, to wipe the slate clean with everything from the beginning of time. You have existed and you are healing everything for this one lifetime, this one opportunity to really transform this planet and this universe. Okay, so if you got big emotions coming up, especially fears around the area of control over those key areas, and you don't understand why it's happening, it's okay. You don't have to understand. You're purging things from the deep past. Number 2, a very common way this can play out, not always, for a lot of you, you'll find that as these emotions come up, it can play out in what I call negative synchronicity. Most of us here, not everyone, but a lot of us see the numbers. We have our own way of communicating with the other side through these sort of physicalized representations, like I would see 1111 on the clock, 1, 2, 3, 4. We all have kind of our little different omens from spirit, if you will. And usually when that happens, we're like, oh good, I'm on track. I feel good, I can relax. Yes, awesome, oh, it's magical. Now, the same phenomenon can happen around your fears. A lot of people reach out and say, Vic, I'm seeing 911. Holy cow, what does that mean? I'm seeing 666. Oh no, the devil. It can be like that. And that's okay. That's literally, just as you can reflect to yourself when you're on track, you can reflect to yourself. No, you think I'm going to say when you're off track. No, but you can reflect to yourself when there are fears purging. Literally, you don't have to do anything. This past life trauma, it's coming up on its own. It's releasing on its own. And you're just sort of aware of it. And because we live in this, we're sort of like bridging into this new dimension, when these big emotions come up, yes, temporarily they'll reflect in your life as synchronicity. But again, it won't make sense. I'll give you an example. Just the other day, I woke up and it was a nice bright day. I did my cold shower, my meditation. I was leaving my room, and I was walking downstairs, and I got this fear, this fear that had no place and made no sense about my daughter. So I was like halfway downstairs. I walked back up the stairs. I went into a room, and I opened the door, and guess what was on the clock? 911. Oh no. Does that mean my daughter's in danger? No, she's freaking passed out cold. She's sleeping, playing video games all night. It was because it was just that fear from the past was up at the surface, okay? So when you see those negative synchronicities, it's like, tell me something I don't know. I was already feeling the emotion anyway. It's literally something you can just ignore. You don't have to read into it. You don't have to decode it. You don't have to look it up. You can celebrate, oh good, what's coming is going. I see 911, good. That's deep fears that are leaving my system. That's going to allow me to feel a lot more in alignment and free and at peace and in harmony and in the flow. Number 3, and no one likes this, me especially, life slows down. Not only do you find yourself going through this crazy sort of emotional purge you can't discuss with your friends and family and coworkers, that can in itself throw you off, but oftentimes your progress in your actual life will slow down and sometimes come to a screeching halt. And the combination of the two factors is like, oh my, what the hell is happening? I've been putting in so much energy, so much effort into this process, and here I am, and nothing's happening. What gives? It's that what you're going through is taking precedence. What you're going through is so paradigm shifting that your soul knows that your little human life can afford to sort of like chillax for a few months as you undergo this metamorphosis. Okay, I'm going through this too, and it's not easy. I say these things with like confidence, but when it happens to me, I don't always feel that way. Okay, like right now, the energy I have to produce all this content that in a sense supports my business, feeds my family, pays my bills, that energy is just gone. And I'm finding myself really having a lot of difficulty like maintaining this ball of momentum I've created. In fact, my progress is ceasing quite a bit. But I know, I have this intuition. I'm going through this too. And I've gone through this cycle many times before. And you know what happens every time? I freak out. I say, oh my God, what's happening? And I go into like panic mode. And every time there's such a powerful inner transformation that almost immediately after its completion, my life just kicks off in a new gear. Like I went from a little crummy first car my parents bought me for like $500 to a freaking Ferrari, and I just swapped cars and now I'm flying forward faster than ever before, feeling more free and better than ever before. So it's okay. If your life is slowing down, it's slow at work, business is slow, however that manifests for you, just trust, just let go, just know that what is happening is so powerful, it's going to be worth it. Number 4, exhaustion. How many of you have been doing your best to take care of yourself, resting as best you can, but still wake up tired, fatigued for no reason? You might feel like there's a lot of energy, a lot going on in your system, a lot of like spirit energy trying to flow through you and clear out your blockages. And even though life might be slowing down for you, you might feel tired anyways. It's because of the resistance, my friend. I'm gonna talk about this more in a minute. It's almost like, and this is the exact analogy this woman I saw yesterday was giving me. That's why it inspired this video. She's like, you got your soul over here, and it's trying to merge with the human self. And of course, when that union occurs, it's gonna be amazing. But the human self was like, no, 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 no. Because when spirit comes in more deeply, it kicks up the fears, the concerns, the resistance. So it's like a, trying to think of an analogy, but it's like a really good thing that we can't help but resist. So as we're in almost a constant state of resistance and battling with our emotions and stressing about our external life, it's resistance equals exhaustion, okay? And it's not I'm not trying to say don't resist. That's like, okay, well, thanks, Vic. How, right? It's okay. You're gonna resist a little bit in the beginning, temporarily. but you will eventually give in because spirit will win, okay? And you will find yourself aligning beautifully, regardless. So allow yourself to be fatigued, my friend. Allow yourself to be tired. You don't have to worry about it so much. Just chill. Just sit back and trust and know you've done this before. This is not the first shift you've gone through, and that's why you're here going through it early now. Number 5, destiny is calling you again. There have been times in your life you've been asked to take leaps of faith. Am I right? You're like, you know what, man? I don't know why I'm about to do this, but it just feels right. It resonates, and I'm going to do it. And it's scary because sometimes these leaps of faith, they require a leap of faith. It's like it's not an easy, no-brainer decision. It's like, if this thing over here feels so right, but seems so ludicrous and wrong, but this knowing is so strong, I can venture to guess I'm going to eventually do it. And you've probably done that at some point in your life, and it's happening again. You're really being called to let go and go with the flow of your life path as it's supposed to unfold and basically align with your destiny. And this can imply a lot of different things. For me, at one point, it implied let go of your businesses, let go of your career, let go of where you live, let go of your friends, let go of your family, go way over here and do this thing that you've never done before. That's kind of a lot to ask, Spirit. May I have a few objections here? Now, you can, but it's going to happen, okay? It's going to happen for you too. And when it happened last time, it was a success, right? A big upgrade. Our soul has come here to do many different things. There's not one mission, one purpose, but there are just cycles and stages, okay? And it's time, and a lot of you can probably look out into the collective, into the world, and see where your role may be needed. There's a need for people who are really going with the flow and harmonizing with just the flow of life, i.e. destiny, right now, okay? Because life supports life. The reason the world is in such chaos because you got a lot of billions of people who are alive that are not on their path, that are not in alignment with the flow and the harmony of life. So the world really needs people to chill out, let go, and follow the call of their destiny. Now, this might be something obvious like sharing and helping and teaching. A lot of you, it will be something along those lines. A lot of you have nothing to do with that. It could be some kind of move that you wouldn't even necessarily call your destiny, but you're feeling called to do it nonetheless, okay? Number 6, you probably sense. You have probably a strong sense that there are big things on the other end of this. Big things coming up for you on the horizon, as they say. But you feel stuck. You're thinking, they've been on the horizon for a while. When are they gonna be in my present moment? I'm willing to work for it. I'm willing to go after them. But every time I try, it's like, I'm like one of those cartoons that just starts running and it's like slipping in the mud and not getting anywhere, spinning your wheels, right? And then you're exhausted and you can't even freaking do that. And then you got these crazy fears and emotions and stuff coming up. And it's like, it's a whirlwind of transformation that seems to be going nowhere. It's okay. It's the time to align. That's number 1. It's like you could race around the block if you'd like in your little beat up car that you've been driving this whole time. I don't want to stop moving. The bumper's falling off. You need an oil change 5,000 miles ago. The freaking tire's flat and you're like, I gotta keep moving. I gotta keep moving. And it's like, it got to a point where you're trying and the car's just not budging. It's time to get into a new vehicle. And that's what Spirit's trying to say. It's like, listen, I know you feel like you're stopping. I know you feel like you need to be going towards where you want to go, but it's going to be a lot better when you get into this new car. Well, this new car scares me. I don't feel comfortable with that new car. I like this car. It's like, really? Do you actually like that car? You don't like that car. Okay, it's time to get out of the car. It's okay. And when you get out of the car, that of course implies you're not moving towards your big dreams. What is on the horizon will temporarily seem to stay on the horizon. But when you get into that new car, you'll be going 100 times faster than you were. And it's going to make up for whatever little lag time you are concerned about. Okay? Number 7. This is all about you letting go and trusting. You're being asked right now to let go and trust. But the human self is afraid to. Human self says, I've been burned before. I've trusted destiny before, and look where it got me. And you're not thinking this logically or even consciously. It's your past life that remember. Because imagine yourself thousands of years ago following your guidance in a world that was much more dark than the one we live in now. And you know what, if you have done any research into history, you see what happens to those thought leaders of the past, right? You were one of them. Many, 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 many times. Okay? So that's all coming up right now. You're being called to destiny. You're being called to let go, called to go with the flow, called to trust. But there's many lives saying, dude, did you forget last time this happened? It was bad. I don't want that to happen again. So I just can't blindly follow this time. But you can. Because this time is different. Okay? This time is different. And part of you knows that. Not only can you let go, and can you trust, and your life will blossom beautifully. But you are protected this time. Big time. Anyone doing this work now has an army of like spiritual soldiers looking after us. Spirit animals, spirit guides. They're all around you. Many of you have even contacted them at this point. In fact, I have a free guided meditation if you'd like to. It's down below. You can contact your spirit guides. They're there, they're willing to help, and they're here, okay? It's this time we're gonna get it right. All those other times they serve their role, but this is the time of shifting, of transition, of awakening, of ascension. And it's different. It's a time to expect good things, not bad things, not travesties and tragedies. It's a time to expect abundance and freedom and positive, enjoyable experiences and joy and love and laughter and compassion and love. It's a time to expect that. This is not the time to recreate the past, the time to create a brand new future, okay? So you can let go this time. And when you do, as these past lives clear from your system, you will see that you are protected. You are not only safe, but you're good. You're riding high. You're living good. It's like, when you let go and let God or let spirit, let the higher self take the reins, your life is going to blossom in an amazing way. That which you perceive on the horizon is bigger than you think. All of you. You're not thinking big enough. Big, positive, amazing things are getting ready to spill into your life. But you gotta let go. You gotta trust, and you can. And you know this. Most of you feel this. It's not easy. I say all this. It's just been, I'm going through all these things right now, and that's why I chose to speak about it. Okay? I'm finally coming to terms with it and understanding it, but it's been a few months of this for me. And it has not been easy. It seemed like a real derailment from my plans, a real seemingly a regression in my awakening, but it's all coming together. And that's why I'm making this video, to really help you and those going through this know where you're really at in life and on this journey. And it's good. It's really, really, really good. If you enjoyed our talk, my friends, and you want to go deeper, I'm going to leave some videos in the corners that relate to this topic to further guide you and offer you assistance and confirmation for what you already know. With that said, I'm going to bounce. Have an amazing day. Thank you all for doing this work. Namaste.